Want to know the truth? You will never be successful. You will never follow your dreams. You will never be the person you want to be. You are gonna die with potential full of you. Why? Because you were too afraid to fail. You were too afraid to fail, so you made excuses after excuses after excuse as to why you shouldn't try. And look, I get it. Fear is real. It's like every time you want to do something, there's that voice in your head telling you that you are gonna fail, telling you that you do not have what it takes. The truth is, you are more afraid of getting a yes than getting a no. Because if you get a yes and then you disappoint and then you fail, then that means you are a failure. You are the biggest failure in your life. I get it. I really do. I completely get it. But I need you to understand something. You shouldn't be afraid of failing. You should be afraid of never trying. At this point in your life, you are young. You have so many years ahead of you. You have so many dreams. You are actually ahead of your own peer group. You are ahead because you want to change and you're actually taking action to get that change. You want to know the truth? You're going to try and you're going to fail. You're gonna try reading books and you're not even gonna finish. You're gonna go back on your phone, keep on scrolling. You're gonna want to build something. You're gonna go after people to build it with, and no one is gonna come with you. Do you know how I know that? Because I tried that. I literally tried that. Okay, I wanted to be read so many self-help books. I tried, and it's like it was so boring and stuff that like in the beginning I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I tried to start a startup. Okay, I went for it. I had the idea and everything. I want for people to join me. You want to know what? Nobody joined me. Do you think I'm devastated? No, I'm happy. You shouldn't be afraid of failing, because when you fail, you go after what you want. And when you go after what you want, you actually understand the things. For example, I started to build a startup. Did I ever build it? No, I did not. Did I start it? Yes. If I go back to building my startup, am I gonna be better than before? Yes. Do you know why? Because I know something in the field. I'm not starting from scratch like other people. It was the same thing for me reading books. Okay, at first it was hard. I didn't want to do the thing because it wasn't fun. Reading gave me headaches. Why would I do that? But then I realized I wanted to build my life, so I had to do that. So you know what I did? I was like, you know what? I need to lock in. I locked in, and it's like I read a lot of self-help books, and it just changed my mind. You're gonna have to go for things, knowing you're gonna fail. You need to make failure your best friend, because failure means you're going outside of your comfort zone. And that's what life is all about. Life is about failing, trying new things. Like, come on. Like, you're gonna fail, you're gonna try, you're gonna fail. I get why you're afraid. You're afraid that, like, once you fail, it means that's what you are. But you don't understand that, like, people who are willing to go and fail are people who are gonna change the world. Because these people know they don't have it in them. They know they're gonna go and get rejected, right? But they still go. They still go, and that's what makes the difference. Everybody is afraid. Everyone is afraid. What makes the difference is whether you take actions or not. You think I haven't faced failures? I have faced 15 failures from following my dreams. I wanted to own a laundromat, so I was like, you know what? I want to work for a laundromat owner for free. Work for them for completely free. And do you want to know how many no's I got? 15. I got 15 no's from asking people if I can work for them for free. Why? There's a lot of reasons people said no to me. Some people were suspicious. Other people thought I came to steal from their stuff or something. Like, I got a lot of no's, but you know, at the end of the day, what I got, because I was so persistent, I got two yeses. Yes, I got two yes. I have two mentors, two amazing mentors who were willing to be there. When you fail, you realize the importance of what you want, what you have. Like, if you get something easy, you're not gonna appreciate it, because why should you appreciate it? Why should you appreciate something that came so easy to you? You shouldn't, because the whole point of life is to go far and beyond what you have. It's to go for what you have. It's to go for what you want, even if you fail, because at the end of the day, you're gonna come back learning something. You will literally come learning something. Okay, you are gonna come learning something. I know that because I've been it. I mean, I know I'm young. I'm only 17, but it's like I've done a lot of work, and I know you can do it. You're like my age, or maybe younger, or a little bit older. You got this. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay? Because I used to hate reading. They used to give me headaches. Okay? And honestly, I still don't like school books. I like self-help books, but not school books. But you know, try. Go try and fail. Literally, like, You shouldn't be trying to avoid failure. You should be running toward failure. You should be running so you can fail. I know that is the strangest thing to say, but like, you should run after failure. Your whole objective should actually be to fail. Because if you don't fail, that means you haven't tried enough. If you don't fail, that means you're not outside of your comfort zone. For example, this friend of mine, he liked this girl, but like he was scared to ask her out, and I was like to him, well, instead of you wanting her to accept you, what about you want her to reject you? He thought I was the weirdest thing I ever said. But guess what? He went. Like, when you're afraid of failing, it's because you are putting your entire identity, the entire of who you are, in that thing. But when you go because you want to fail, it's like, I have nothing to lose. What do you have to lose? You're already being like, oh, I'm gonna fail, because you are gonna fail. You're gonna fail going after your dreams. You're gonna fail wanting to be the best person you can be. You're just gonna fail. It's part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's part of how things works. And honestly, I believe that's what makes life so beautiful. It's what makes life so amazing and so unique. So honestly, just go after your dreams, because you know what, like, live in this mindset of like, I'd rather fail now than later, because you have so much time. Do you know how many people wish that like they started sooner? Start now so you can have a lot of failures, so like by your 20s you have a lot of life experiences. Or if you're in your 20s, start failing now, so by your 30s you have a lot of life experiences. If you don't start, you're never gonna head anywhere. You need to start climbing now. You need to start, because the whole point is starting. You start, you fail, you climb and you climb and you climb and you climb until you arrive. So you shouldn't be afraid of failing. Anyway, today I want you to do one thing you're afraid of, and that can be the smallest thing ever. Okay, I used to be afraid of eating in the subways. Okay, I would be having my food, I'll be in the train eating, right, and I'll be so afraid of like, oh my gosh, everyone is looking at me. So you know what I did? I bought food specifically to eat on the train. Yeah, I did that. I literally did that. I sat down, the train was completely full. I sat down and I started eating french fries with chicken. I even had ketchup. I was like, oh my god, why do I have ketchup? I took the ketchup, I put it, and I started eating. Everyone was looking at me. But you know what I learned? They didn't care about me. They wanted the food. So like, there was a guy in front of me, which I was terrified for, and I was like, "Oh, do you want some food?" Yeah, I asked a complete stranger. I didn't even know who he was, if he wanted some food, and he was like, "No." But then, by the time he was going out, he was like, "Oh, can I have this French fries?" I was like, "Yeah, you can have the French fries," and he took some French fries and went. Yeah, literally, like, go and fail, go and fail, because failing meaning you're trying. Failing mean you're doing something. Like, it can be the stupidest thing ever. Just go and try and fail. The whole point is to fail. Just make failing your objectives. Like, literally. Like, try so hard that you fail. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Love you.